The Very Serious Crafts podcast is now on Patreon. Head on over to patreon.com/seriouscrafts to support our podcast, get early access to episodes, find out about our unfiltered Patreon-only off-week episodes, and more.
You're listening to the Very Serious Crafts podcast.
We're very serious crafters.
And we craft very serious crafts.
Very serious.
Hello, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 5 of the Very Serious Crafts podcast. I'm Mollie from Wild Olive.
I'm Haley from Red Handled Scissors.
And I'm Heidi from Hands Occupied. Today we'll be talking about looms, more video game crafting, and make, do, and mend energy. Whee!
Hooray!
Yeah!
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all been cooped up, as probably everybody who's listening also has.
Absolutely.
So, sorry if we're weird.
Solidarity, friends.
Weirder.
Yeah, also not sorry at all.
Yeah, so, being cooped up, and also just like, it's spring, so maybe there's a little bit of normal, like, spring cleaning vibes that some people were having. It definitely hit my mom, and and I'm not going to complain about the fact that she thinks that it really needs to hit me as well. She's right, but it has not hit me. But anyway.
Well.
So we have a very old upright piano, and she was cleaning it and also just kind of checking it out, looking at it and whatever. And it has not sounded good for a while. And she figured it probably just needed to be tuned. But she was cleaning it and she opened up the front and she found why it was not sounding good. And it was because there was a giant wad of fusible interfacing inside the piano. Like,
What?
Why? How?
I mean, you're obviously responsible, right, Mollie?
I mean, all signs would point to that being my fault, but I swear I didn't put the interfacing inside the piano.
Oh my goodness, that's really funny.
It's like,
What?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know what that is about, but
How large of a piece would you say
yards.
it was?
Several yards.
What? What?
Yes. Yes. It was like this. It was all scrunched up.
Was it making a noise?
My best guess is that, like, something happened and someone thought that they needed to, like, deaden the sound or, like, pad the front from, like, rattling or something. But that's weird. That doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah. And sadly, no one knew.
No one knows?
No one has any idea how it got there, which would suggest that it's been there so long that whoever put it there actually forgot doing it.
Or that you have a ghost.
Or that we have a ghost.
I was just going to say some child in the house at some point.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Now I'm thinking, though, Ghost was, like, wearing the fusible interfacing like a sheet.
Ooh.
And then, like, went and got trapped inside of the piano. I don't know.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes you're trying to go through an object and your fusible interfacing just gets stuck.
It fused.
And you were just
trying
trying to wear a ghost costume.
I know.
I
know.
The
sad thing was I actually needed fusible interfacing for a project like a month or so ago, and I actually bought a whole bunch more, like a lot more. So, but this was so gross that it's not usable. So, yeah.
Well, okay, fine, but still, that is not what I was expecting this story to do.
So that.
Well, in additional, I was going to say in additional quarantine adventures, but I just need to get this out of my system. Unless you're quarantined, it is not a quarantine. I am not quarantined. I am sheltering in place.
Precisely.
And yeah, so unless you're under a medical quarantine, all right, I'm done being pedantic. Okay.
I feel
have had
like
that
it's a
same
matter. I
conversation.
feel like it's a matter of like understanding, though. Like that, I think those words are being used so synonymously by
Yes.
perhaps people at all levels of our society and government.
It's not that I'm not saying
it's not people's
Oh.
fault if they don't understand.
I have also
I see.
Yeah.
used quarantine the wrong way simply for the
Same.
effect. So, that.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even saying that I haven't done it. I just every once in a while feel the need to acknowledge that I actually know what those words mean. But I'm trying not to get stuck on it, which is why I'm using it incorrectly. So I don't, so my head doesn't explode. Anyway, speaking of heads exploding, no, awkward. I don't understand where everybody is finding all of this new free time that is being talked about. Like, did mine get lost in the mail? Is it coming? Because I don't have any new time to take on big projects or to catch up on fill in the blank thing. And I'm very confused.
Fair.
Yes, very fair. I had someone,
Okay.
someone asked, "Oh, so like, what has everyone been baking since this all started?" And I was like, nothing. I'm still working, and I feel like I've gotten more added to my plate. So no. Anyway,
Yeah,
But, yes.
my spouse normally works in an office and I work from home.
Yeah.
So since the three of us sit at home and we have for years working for ourselves, we're like really aware of our own like anxiety and depression and up and down and procrastination and like when we're just not feeling like working and when there's like like all and then like the anxiety of being alone, how to manage your loneliness, blah blah blah. We've done that. We've got that down. But it's really funny
for many years.
Yeah. And it's really funny watching people who like really, really like they are people who don't work from home and they know that they want to not work from home and they don't have a choice right now. And they're all grappling with this stuff that they were like, I didn't even want to deal with this. Trying to get work done from home. And like, even just talking to my husband with him being like, I can't even focus. I can't do anything, but I made a loaf of bread every day for the last 5 days. What's happening? And I was like, you're getting used to yourself. You're getting used to dealing with your own garbage.
That's true. Like, and I guess that is, we should say, we're not making fun of anybody who's doing that. It's just that we know.
Yeah.
We relate so hard.
Exactly.
And watching everybody else who doesn't usually do this go through this, we're just like, oh yes, we know.
And you go through it without being prepared, even when you're the one who's like, I've saved for years and I have resigned my job and I have this plan. You still, however many months or years or days in, depending on your personality, have to confront your own limitations. I highly recommend
and also
therapy.
your brain.
Yeah, exactly. and like feeding
also,
yourself and not having a stocked break room or a vending machine, like being entirely responsible for all of your things. It's a thing.
Yeah, and also we would like a little bit of that free time where we could go, I don't know what else to do but bake a loaf of bread. So, you know, we're also a little jealous.
I really like baking bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just really funny because it's so relatable.
Yes.
It is incredibly relatable.
What a long chatter we just had.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's
or
good.
Not.
So then before we actually jump into our full-on talking, we want to give a shout out to all of the serious friends of the Very Serious Crafts podcast who are now supporting us at patreon.com/seriouscrafts. Many thanks to you all. You are the best. Thanks for making this possible.
Definitely the best.
Yeah.
Many thanks.
And we love you.
Indeed. So now, in the midst of talking about quarantine and shelter in place and self-isolation, which, I mean, again, we often self-isolate for our own purposes. But
we do.
Introverts unite.
Yes, separately in our own homes.
Well, yes. And without speaking to each other generally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so one of the things
Yay,
that
internet.
I have been enjoying, yes, I've been enjoying this, and not as much as other people have been enjoying this because, see, no free time. But if we were to go back like a year, it was like, I think around February of 2019, we had an episode where we talked about video games and crafting in
Yes.
video games. And I would like to revisit that briefly because a new game recently came out called Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I have played Animal Crossing since like back when GameCube was a thing from Nintendo. And this new version just came out, and it is extra craft heavy. And I'm so delighted.
Oh, Jeremy's been playing that. I don't know what it is.
It's very much in the
Yes.
zeitgeist right now, as they say.
Yeah.
So the idea behind this game is that you are a human, childlike person, and you live in.
Yes, I am.
And you live in this adorable little place. In this particular case, it's a deserted island that you are now transforming into a livable habitat.
Yes.
And there are little animals who live there that are these characters that you interact with. So
Okay, I'm in all of this.
yeah, it is so much fun, and I mean, other people look at it and they're like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "I'm fishing, y'all. Like, leave me alone. I have to go chop down a tree and collect some fruit, okay? Look, there's a butterfly."
I'm confused about my husband playing this. He usually plays first-person shooter games.
Maybe I hear it's calming. It's very
It's
calming to
super
watch.
calming. And like the music itself, there are like long play tracks on YouTube if you search for Animal Crossing music, and like you can just put it on in the background and just chill out. It is so peaceful and wonderful. So
My
one of
husband's
the
been
newer
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say
No,
one on
go ahead.
those like soothing game during Corona, on that same wavelength. Ed's been obsessed again with Zelda, so I think there must be something where there's this like childlike, like
Oh, yeah.
playing games that bring people who are into
Yeah.
gaming.
Super Mario Brothers
Yeah.
3 keeps coming up in my friend group,
Yeah. Yeah.
which
Sorry,
was my favorite.
yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
to
no,
interrupt,
no.
Molly.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But yeah, so one of the newer aspects that they've added into the game is that they have what they call DIY recipes. And so
Cute.
I know, I love the terminology. When I write posts now, instead of saying, here's a tutorial, I'm going to say, here's my new DIY recipe. So you like learn how to make things. Basically, it's just, here's the materials you need in order to make this wardrobe or floral arrangement. You know, there's all kinds of things. And so you collect the materials
Right.
that you need, and then you have these little workbenches, and you start hammering and sawing, and there's a cloud of dust, and then all of a sudden you've made something delightful. It's not like actively making
Just
a
like
thing.
in
You
real
just-
life.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what happens when I embroider something. There's this cloud of dust and I'm all frenzied, and then poof, embroidery.
I love
If
it.
only. But yeah, so it has those, and you can create these different things, and you add to what you can make along the way. And as you grow and expand your island, you get new crafting materials as well. So now I've started growing bamboo, and I don't know yet what I will be using the bamboo for, but it will come along. But then in addition to
I'm
that,
guessing a structure.
I think some kind of structure would be good. I could imagine
A boat.
a boat, yes, or like climbing playground equipment or whatever. There's also, in
Oh,
addition to the
yeah.
things you can make, there are things that you can buy, or things that just like appear in a present from a balloon that's floating overhead, and you have to shoot the balloon down with your slingshot. It's a little random at times, but fun. Well, some of the
That sounds
the items
deeply
that,
pleasant.
It is. So some of the items that you can acquire in this are craft themed. So personally, I have a spinning wheel and a pink sewing machine. I have a little like wooden sewing box, like the sewing baskets, but where it's made of wood and it opens up and you can see the little supplies inside. I have a sewing project that you can like set out on a table. So it's got like fabric and scissors and things. And it's just so cute. And by the way, I should give a public thank you to my friend Becca, who sent me some of those items because you can like trade items back and forth as well. And so what I'm seeing is a lot of people, some people that I know personally and other people that I just have encountered, people are making little craft rooms in their house in the game. And it's just the cutest.
I'm a fan.
One person I know, she has a macrame wall hanging in her little craft area to go with it. Like there's
cute.
I know. There's a vintage sewing machine, like in, like the treadle sewing machine. You can get that. I just added an iron.
I already have
board.
one.
True. But you can actually go up to it and
everyone does.
when you like tap on it, you can like see it running. Like you can see the little treadle going. It's so cute.
That's
so anyway,
adorable.
I have just found, and I've definitely seen other people enjoying this like virtual world, and they go and like visit each other and trade back and forth, and it's just fun and it's light and it's nice to have that little bit of a break in things where you can literally escape to another world and do some crafting in it. So that is all.
That sounds fun.
I'm not the biggest video game person, but I really appreciate them. I think thanks to my husband being obsessed, and I might have to actually cave and play Animal Crossing. He'll be so excited.
Yeah. I don't generally understand video games. They don't make sense to me. I don't understand why. I think I said this in the last conversation we had about this. I don't understand why you would invest time into something that gives you nothing.
Well,
but I also know that what it gives you is joy and entertainment.
Yeah.
And that I just don't get it.
And for my husband, it gets him into a flow state like crafting does for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to try it, is where I was headed with that.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking with my friend Katie yesterday, and she has no interest in playing because she would rather be physically crafting, right? Which I totally get. And in fact, that's why I don't even play as much as some folks do, because I don't want to devote lots of time to that. I have other things to be working on that I have to do. Maybe I'd like to devote more time, but I really can't.
Yeah.
But her partner likes playing.
Did fall face first into The Sims.
Oh yes, I can see that.
In my teenage years.
Yes, definitely.
You can imagine. I just didn't sleep.
Yeah. But yeah, so Katie's partner plays, and so they were like working out a system where her partner will play as Katie, like create a custom character as Katie, and then Katie will direct the whole thing and be like, no, change my hair like this. Oh, build this. No, put this there. And they think that could actually work out for them. So Katie will sit there knitting, and then her partner will take care of the video game part.
I kind of love that. That makes me very happy.
Quality time together.
That's really cute. That's really cute as well.
It is. Yes. I think that could be fun. Oh, and just to help segue this, I have not received it yet, but there is in fact a loom in the game. So take it away, Haley.
All right. So in sort of a similar vein, in that looms and electronics are involved, I came across this article on Vice that was from 2018, but it was talking about a project that happened in 2017. So it's not even recent. It's just very apt for the moment. Mm-hmm. And it was based on a project by two artists whose names I'm going to epically screw up, I think. But Katie Hippa and Emma Wood. and they traveled to Latvia to make art at this interdisciplinary art collective. And because Latvia is a country that is known for its looms and weaving culture, and also it has a pretty severe e-waste problem, they decided to combine the two and built these very charming, very weird functional looms using all of this e-waste. And so they, generally speaking, are pretty simple looms that you might recognize as like kids' looms or something like that. But they also have all of these electronic components, so you can push buttons and they'll play songs, or pick up a phone receiver and it will do certain things. The lights flash, and as far as I can tell, there's a video that I will definitely link to. I'm not sure that the electronic components. I think the looms themselves, rather, are manual, as far as I can tell, although that may not be the case for all of them. It might just be the ones that I've actually seen. But it's a really fun combination of this traditional manual craft and just being weird and like making things that don't make any sense to stack up together, but their parts can sort of work as all of these different parts of a loom, and you wouldn't necessarily think that that would be the case. And so they're really fun, and there are several articles on what is called the e-waste apocalypse looms.
I like that name.
Yeah. And that phrasing came from Hackaday, which I think was the first place to report on this. But it's really kind of neat.
Cool.
And
like
I love it.
I opened up the picture that you had marked here, and I was like, whoa, that is,
right?
Wow. Yeah.
And they're so cute.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Almost anthropomorphic. I'm not really sure why.
Well,
like, because they don't like have faces or structures like that, but you also kind of want to pet them and put them in your pocket. Like, they're very cute.
Well, and I love that on the one, it looks like they're weaving out of strips of plastic bag. So in addition to making use of the e-waste, they're also using another material that normally is not doing anything but filling landfills. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's
very cool.
really neat.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so, just some ideas for if you're stuck inside and have a bunch of electronic equipment just hanging out, once you go all office space on everything in your apartment.
Sure.
All I'm saying is we're going to be inside for a while.
It's funny, though, that you made that reference, because literally this morning I was having a conversation with my family that I am stuck in the house with about how Friday should be Hawaiian shirt day. So,
I mean, this is a podcast, so no one can see it, but I can give you an ASMR moment with my red stapler.
Ooh, I have a red stapler.
Are we ready?
Too.
Yeah, red
right.
staplers. Are you going to click it? Yes! We've all lost our minds.
Matter of fact, I have 2 red staplers, a red Scotch tape dispenser, and a red staple remover.
Pencil
Perfect.
sharpener.
Yes. Ooh, I have a pencil sharpener too, but it's mounted to the wall.
Can we just
Anyway.
can we just rattle things at our microphones instead of doing a normal podcast? That sounds really fun.
We just did.
Okay. Fine.
And now that we've had that moment.
Yes. So,
Yes.
speaking of coronavirus, shelter in place energy.
Yeah.
Which is
That
what
we
have
clearly
right
all
now.
have.
One thing that all three of us, like, I was kind of noticing on Instagram and in stuff we shared online on various places, that all three of us were similarly expressing this, like, sense of energy and enthusiasm for a lot of make, do, and mend things that are coming out of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
I guess I probably should have researched this, so jump in if either of you know that I'm just spreading falsehoods right now. Make, do, and mend originally was like it that phrase and that like mindset with using recycled materials, reusing things, and giving them as much length of life as possible came out of Britain at the end of and after World War II, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's my understanding,
Okay.
yes.
Cool. Then tell me if I'm making up lies, but I'm going to just go with it now.
Make, Do, and Mend was an actual pamphlet that
Yeah, like
the British military
campaign.
issued during
Yeah.
World War II.
Yep. So thank you, Haley. Then I don't have
No
to Google
problem.
it. So for me, my make, do, and mend energy has really manifested in extending the life of perishable items in my fridge. In a way
That sounds terrifying.
well, no, like, I mean, I am a 32-year-old urban dwelling person who lives a block from my food co-op. So,
Right.
And there's a farmer's market every week in my neighborhood. Like, it's a bougie neighborhood, I freely admit.
Yes.
And so one of the things that my husband and I had gotten used to was buying enough perishable items for a household of two and not really having to keep stuff longer because we don't have kids.
I see.
We can go to the store whenever we want. If we buy milk, we buy like a pint or maybe even a tiny carton because we don't go through that much. It's just a different sort of lifestyle thing.
Sure.
But specifically extending the life of bread into breadcrumbs that's about to turn, that's been useful because my husband keeps making bread.
Also, I would like to
a
add
lot of bread.
here's a favorite use because being part of a big family and like that's fairly normal. But one of my mom's favorites is to take the bread that is about to go and making fresh croutons for salad.
Oh, I like that idea.
Ooh.
Especially
Yeah,
if you can
like
put some like
croutons.
herbs on there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sautés that up and they last days or more at that point. So yeah.
Yeah. That and freezing milk turns out is super easy.
Yeah.
And one of my new neighbors in my building is a baker, like full-time job as a baker. She manages this really cute shop. And she was like, hey, everyone, who wants a lot of free dairy product? Because I have to get rid of these. And she couldn't donate them to a lot of places because it's milk that's like been in their freezer. Like there was some limitation on who they could give it to.
Sure.
So-
Like chain of custody issue.
Yeah, something like that I didn't really understand. But anyway, so we ended up with an extra gallon of milk, a quart of heavy whipping cream, and 15 eggs out of nowhere that had already
That's awesome.
been in the fridge for a while. So those were specific things that I was like, I feel like it's my moral responsibility to like respect the fact that I have perishable items that I might not have access to in a month, let's say, if some logistic stuff goes out of whack. So that's like where my passion has really been. That and then finally doing things like cutting up my shredded towels to use as rags or even recyclable napkins. I think a lot of people are freaking out because they can't get paper towels for like cleaning their counter. And I'm like, save that for your tush. Just go make a washcloth out of a towel. Like you probably have a couple more towels than you need if you've ever had a guest. Just an idea. No shame. Just I keep going crazy watching people like not be able to function.
Most pieces of clothing
yeah, exactly.
even can be turned into rags. We always did that when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because my stepdad used to refill shotgun shells and clean guns and stuff. And so like soft t-shirts were apparently perfect for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Anyway, I feel like I was like, I'm excited, but also this is my soapbox about people like not being able to clean their butts. So that's all.
I mean, there are lots of, you can also make washcloths for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. In
Love
fact,
Haley.
I saw a whole interaction where people were like, young moms were they couldn't find baby wipes, and that's like a thing.
And that's scary.
But again, a mom who now her kids are all grown, and she had a lot of them. She said, if you can get baby washcloths or something similar, and you just use those, they work really well. They're reusable, and and in fact, then people were like, yeah, and it eliminates diaper rash, and there's like all these other benefits to having more reusable things. And yeah.
I was just going to say, the reason that we were already a cloth napkin and hanky household, but specifically hankies, I got on board hankies.
Yeah, we are too.
I got on board hankies because I was like, first of all, when I was still a public librarian, I was like, I'm going through so much paper waste every day. This is insane and like not like responsible as a citizen of the world. And then the city would never buy us any. And so I was like, well, I'm just going to get into hankies, and I like to be sanitary, like have 4 that I would use throughout the day, like time when I would switch them out. And I'm using that practice now during when we need to be a little more clean. And the hankies ultimately though I switched to because I stopped getting like eczema all over my face when I stopped using paper products on my face. So
interesting.
Yeah. And same with
that's a really good thing to think about.
Yeah, and same with makeup wipes versus paper products. My skin is just a lot less irritated all the time. Anyway.
Nice.
Lifestyle stuff. I'm just ranty today. What other make, do, and mend stuff have you guys seen that you want to share with our dear listeners?
So one of the things that I've really enjoyed seeing over the last few weeks has been people who have been inside for a while, and I'm in New York City, so it's kind of a mess here at the moment, and so a lot of people aren't able to actually, like, our stores have been closed for quite a while and things like that, so people have been pulling out old supplies or teaching themselves new techniques or making little videos to help entertain kids. And so one of my favorite artists to buy prints from, KTO Art, did a Draw a Chameleon tutorial that is the cutest. And I also had chameleons growing up, so I love chameleons, and it was just a delightful, very quick lesson. And so many people are really generously putting together that kind of content, kind of on the fly, and without going overboard with production value and stuff like that, just making things that will make people smile.
Yeah.
And I've really, really been enjoying that. And, like, also the hilarious home haircuts that have been happening across social media. Those
it's only
have been
like, but I'm just going to jump in and say, it's only been 2 flippin' weeks. Who needs their haircut? Where,
well,
what prenatal vitamins are you downing that your hair's growing so much in 2
I
weeks?
actually do need a haircut.
I was overdue for a haircut before this started.
And I didn't get a haircut right before against my best judgment.
That must be what the problem is, because I'm like, what the heck? Who's like what?
I'm going to be
like
sheepdogging by next week.
I just found this completely mysterious. Sorry.
Anyway, but I think it's just that people don't know what to do with themselves, because I remember this happening during exam season in college. Like, when people get super antsy, like, I definitely shaved my head multiple times during exam season.
I can't say that I did that in college, but good for you.
My head's round. It was fine. I actually liked it. It was very easy.
Yeah.
But, like, that definitely was a thing where people would cut bangs who had no business cutting bangs.
All I remember is a lot of underage drinking and not so much bangs cutting during exam time in college.
Oh, we did both at the same time.
I was going to say, hand in hand, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Although I was the designated hair cutter of my friend group. So
of course.
I cut a lot of hair while drinking beer. But anyway, so I've just really been enjoying the group mentality of what's been happening. So like people all coming together to sew masks and sharing who needs what, and nurses chiming in on designs or things like that. It's just been really, really nice.
Yeah.
And I like feeling like we're all in it together.
I had a question for you, actually, Haley, that would be relevant to our listeners, I would think.
Ooh, please.
I've gotten some DMs from people asking, like, where to find the best resources on weather masks that are homemade work, what the latest best practices are. Since I know you've been making some for actual use, what is your insight on what to do there?
Okay, so the official CDC line is that as a last resort, cloth masks are better than nothing.
Okay.
And the actual scientific facts of cloth masks are that they do not filter small enough, even if you're using extremely tightly woven, to filter out viruses. But what they do is provide a slight barrier, and they also prevent you, if you are an asymptomatic carrier, from, say, expelling aerosol onto other people. And because the most recent New England Medical Journal
of Medicine.
There we go. New England Journal of Medicine. Thank you. Report does show that the virus can, in fact, be suspended in the air.
Yeah.
For, well, up to 4 hours, but in real life situations, probably like half an hour.
Yeah. So it's a thing for if it's for keeping germs to yourself, but also if someone sneezes around you within 6 feet or something, it is potentially going to be useful.
Potentially better than nothing.
Yeah.
One of the things you do have to think about, though, is that once fabric gets wet, bacteria grows at a much faster rate. And so they need to be washed and sanitized pretty frequently.
Yeah, and I've seen recommendations for the type of materials you use. For example, when there have been hospitals that request them, they are, if it's 100% cotton, they can put them in their sanitizer. And then also, they're usually requesting certain kinds that help prolong filters or other masks. So it's like a twofold kind of a thing.
Yep, there are multiple designs that are either standalone or that are made to cover existing N95 masks.
Okay.
And honestly, I have not seen the real science. I've seen small studies on how well they function, but the sample sizes aren't big enough to really read into that data. But I don't know. I just made a bunch of them because my father-in-law just had open heart surgery. Mm-hmm. And this is a really bad time for that to be happening. And so I made a bunch for him and his visitors because he is unlikely to use disposable items. That is just not in his ethos. Mm-hmm. And so I decided that going with better than nothing and frequently washing them was at least something. Yeah. Yep. And so that's my my input. And I am not a scientist. I just like to read scientific studies. So
would you be willing to link some of those in case listeners want them in the show note?
Yeah, the studies, definitely.
Just because when none of us are, disclaimery here, none of us are scientists, et cetera, but this is what we have distilled from factual sources of information that appear to be vetted to the best of our knowledge, because we live in that kind of world.
Yep. So I will definitely
says the
share.
librarian in the room.
I mean, the primary sources for at least the information that I'm looking at are sound. Yeah. It's just that we're learning so much about how this virus works that the known facts can change pretty frequently.
Totally.
So I will link to that, and also I sort of made my own version, but it's a mashup of two different mask patterns that I've seen recommended specifically by nurses. So cool. I'll link those as well. But if you have real PPE, personal protective equipment, wear it.
Yeah.
This is a last resort thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Kind of the ultimate make, do, and mend, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good God. But it's my father sent me an N95 mask that was used, and one for my husband. He's a microbiologist and works in a lab. And the one time I've gone out in the last 18 days, I wore that and latex gloves, which, by the way, you can hand sanitize the outside. So if you go to the bank like I had to, you can hand sanitize after you touch the ATM and the handle, and then have clean gloves for the next thing you do so you're not spreading. So that my dad just said, like, pretty much everything you said, Haley, was wear a mask to basically be a good citizen of the world, just in case you have it and don't know, and somebody around you might be a little more at risk, or someone they might come in contact with might be at risk. But the funny thing about actually wearing gear out on the street, and I went out on Monday, and there was nobody out on the street. People seemed to sort of be attempting social distancing, but I think don't have an understanding of how far 6 feet is versus 3.
It's a lot more than you think.
Yep. Just imagine the tallest man you've ever met and just stand that far away from everyone. That's like a good rule of thumb. Anyway, but it's funny because I found that when I went out with my mask on, people actually gave me lots of room because they all thought I was a leper, apparently. And it was amazing to me.
I mean, that was the case for the first few days in New York. I happen to have a reusable N95 mask that I already had for like sanding things and stuff like that. It has unicorns on it. It's fancy. But for the first couple of days, because I wear it when I'm out exercising, and people were like, across the street, but now everybody here is wearing them.
Yeah.
So,
no one's wearing them that I saw. That was the other weird thing. Like families of 4 out with their dog. Like, I would watch the mother, like, when she saw me with a mask, and I was like, you're safer walking closer to me than anybody else you've passed this afternoon, lady. Like, what is happening here?
I know, right?
Cool logic, everyone.
Indeed.
Read books.
Oh my.
Read books if you've got some free time.
Read books. I actually have a book right now, actually, that I was going to share.
Will you read some books?
So that works out.
To us.
I will read some of this book to you. So
I'm really like, the problem is that I'm really hoping for another reading on the level of Stripper Cat. That's what I'm really hoping.
It might be.
Yes!
It might be. I will. There's a word in this that I won't actually read on the podcast. So,
okay. Ooh.
So the name of this book is The Girl's Own Book. It is by Mrs. L. Maria Child and was published in Boston in 1834.
All right.
This is of course, a reprint of the book. It is filled. The idea is that these are like things that it says. This little book has been compiled with an earnest desire to make it useful in all respects to its readers. The idea basically being that girls maybe should learn some of these things. And some of them I would agree with, and others I go, interesting. Okay. But it has like songs and riddles. It has craft things. It has games. There's a variety. So just in the make, do, and mend energy vibe, I looked through some things that I thought might be good for this time. So here is the mending section. It says stockings should be mended on the wrong side, the stitches very near each other. Small loops left when the needle is drawn through because the yarn will shrink in washing. In weaving across, take up but one thread and leave but one, changing the threads each time you go across. Little girls can mend as neatly as women if they will have patience.
If they will have patience.
If they will have patience. Patches should always be well shaped and basted on perfectly even. A round, angular, or slanting patch is the sure sign of a... And then she uses a word that you would not... I would never refer to a female with this at all. And here it is in this book for little girls in 1834. I will read it to you too privately, not while we're recording. She recommends matching stripes, checks, or figures as closely as possible, and so on.
Uh-huh.
So that's her tips on mending.
Whoa.
That's literally how she says to mend something. It is as simple as that. Although more helpful than in the section on basket making, and she describes some baskets in a little more detail, but you can make, it says muskmelon seed strung on wire form very pretty baskets.
What?
So, friends, if you are trying to make, do, and mend right now, just save your muskmelon seeds while you're eating and then string them on wire and make them into baskets.
Save those
Wait,
honeydew
I
seeds.
know what those look like. And
I can't even, like, that's all it says. Now, it talks earlier
I really
about,
like muskmelon, but I don't know that I... What?
I know. In another place, they do, like, allspice berries should be soaked in brandy to soften them, and then holes should be made through them. They are strung on slender wire, which is twisted into such a form as you please.
For baskets?
For making a basket. Yeah.
That sounds very artistic for 1834.
And also, like, a big waste of allspice berries.
I have got to assume some
How
of the
big are these
materials that are
baskets?
listed, I would think smallish baskets, right? I mean, that makes sense.
You don't know.
They're also using, like, clove berries. Like, you can't get clove berries now. Like, that wouldn't be just a thing you would have. But it was 1834, so, they were using what they had.
Yeah.
The section on embroidery is pretty great. It says, remember, this is 1834. She says, "This is nearly out of fashion, and I am glad it is. For it is a sad waste of time. I call it a waste because things so much more beautiful can be produced with so much less trouble than used to be bestowed upon tent stitch, print stitch, etc."
Oh my gosh.
Also,
snarky.
when muslin, yeah. So she talks about embroidering on muslin, and it says, when muslin is too much worn for use, here we are back to mending, the work can be cut out and sewn upon lace with very little trouble. And if done with care, it looks as well as new work. So there you go. It requires less taste to work on lace than on muslin. What? Less taste? I don't understand.
That I don't understand. But
I don't understand. But
I mean,
anyway,
but this is when muslin was a fine fabric, not what we think of today as muslin, which is a very different animal.
Yes. Right. It is a much lighter sheer fabric. But then just in case this goes on for a long time, there've been more and more people prior to the virus apocalypse that have had backyard chickens for just to keep chickens. But in the event that you're concerned
Welcome to
about
Brooklyn.
not having so, and my grandpa raised chickens, so that would be normal if my mom suddenly decided that we are going to have some chickens in the backyard. But
yeah, sure, totally.
If you are concerned though about not having fine embroidery supplies, even though it's apparently going out of fashion and not worth your time. silkworms. This is how to grow silkworms. This is also included in this book for girls. It talks about how that nearly half of the world are clothed with the web they spin from their own bodies.
Oh.
Which is quite a statement to have made at that point. But
I mean, wow. It's pre-industrial
Yeah.
revolution, though, so.
yeah. But it says a few minutes' attention each day for 6 or 7 weeks is all that is necessary to be bestowed upon these industrious little things. One person can attend to 50,000 without difficulty. It takes 2,300 worms to produce a pound of silk. The principal thing is to keep everything about them very clean and sweet. They must have fresh mulberry leaves 2 or 3 times a day, and they must not be covered with dew, dried in the hot sun, or impregnated with any disagreeable smell.
What? Wait, I take that
you
back.
go.
That's smack in the middle of the Industrial Revolution. So
I'm more concerned about stinky silkworms. What?
Yeah, well, you'd only need about 50,000 of them.
Good lord.
Because you can handle that easily. So,
What?
I don't know. This doesn't
That's
sound weird to me,
all you need.
but that's probably because I make lace. And so
Yeah.
this is sort of part of that world. Like
Yeah.
getting the super fine
How do
silk
you-
thread.
How do you house 2,300 silkworms?
I mean, they just sort of...
well, there's,
You
I
stick
mean,
them
there's
in a
small. I mean,
hole in the
she's saying that
ground?
you can,
well, no, you put it like a cage.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like keeping bees. But there you go. I mean, I never would have thought of growing my own or maintaining my own silkworm farm.
I mean,
But
Molly,
desperate times call for desperate measures.
I think you're the only one of us who would have the space to do it. So, I nominate
I don't
you.
know. There's a lot of people who live in Mollie's house.
Well, but
That's true.
outside.
I could do it. I don't, yeah. I have to make sure I keep the dew and the hot baking sun off. And I don't want to impregnate them with smells. I honestly, as I was reading that, I was like, where is this going?
Yeah, what the heck? That's weird.
I'm guessing don't put them by the outhouse. Might be
That's
the
that would make
underlying.
sense.
Yeah, feed
That
them
would make
berries and
sense.
not doo-doo. Like, that's, I think, what that just said.
I think so.
Weird stuff, Mollie.
Yeah. Weird stuff.
Well, I have learned something.
Yeah, the more you know.
That might be taking Make Do and Mend a
you go.
little far. Although now I wonder
I
if you
think
can
so.
order silkworms in bulk.
Silkworms. Who'd have thought? Not me. How about you guys?
Nope.
It wasn't at top of mind.
Yeah. Well, before we let you guys go, one thing that I feel like is important for people who make things all the time for a living and are, as we've said, filled with sage wisdom about how to work for ourselves, for better or worse. But one thing...
Often worse.
Yeah. One thing that we were talking about when we were, like, warming up to record this podcast was... there's this, it often feels, I think, especially for women and for crafty people right now, like, it feels like we're seeing online all these people being hyper productive, and we're seeing people talk about, like, basically running a Montessori school for their children, even though they have no background in education, but they suddenly are, like, a wizard at curating a sensory bin, that kind of thing, like, that kind of, like,
Yes.
gender-based anxiety that we're all just getting shoved down our throat right now. Like, you can let that go, just FYI. Like, you don't have to, like, become a professional, like, potter or something in the next however many weeks or months we're inside. Like, it's okay if you're depressed and have to deal with your feelings, because I certainly have been on that train.
Yeah.
How about y'all?
You can watch some Netflix and do nothing, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fine. Or watch some Netflix and knit in a half way.
Yeah.
That's also fine.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't write a novel if you don't feel like it.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
won't be any
like
good if you're traumatized, let me tell you what.
No, but
yeah, I mean, and the reality is, like, I even feel that, like, I feel the pressure of, oh, I should be blah, blah, blah. But should is
Totally.
absolute nonsense right now.
Oh, yeah. And
Other
I feel
than-
it too.
Yeah.
You should be taking care of yourself in the way that you need to, not
Yes.
what you think everybody else is doing.
And you want to know what's terrible for your immune system? Just being depressed and not taking care of your insides, like your feelings.
Yep. So, yeah,
Take care of
definitely.
yourself.
I feel like this whole thing has really, really magnified it looks like everybody's doing better on social media than you are
Heck
nonsense.
Yeah.
And sincerely, none of us are.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we're posting things that we've done, it doesn't show the amount of time we have sat on the couch watching, well, me, bad ghost hunting television.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Or sleeping. I've been
For me,
sleeping a lot.
I'll confess to this. I took a bath for 5 hours on Saturday, and it was
Nice.
the correct thing to do. When I realized I was
Yep.
on hour 5, I was like, oh yeah, I apparently needed to be like plugged in to nothing
Yeah.
for 5 hours to be okay today. And it was the
yeah.
right call.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like, just because people are creating content to try to make themselves or you feel better, it doesn't mean you should feel bad if you aren't doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Because nobody's
Exactly.
doing that all the time.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
also, like, if you are seeing content from some people who, like, design stuff or whatever, for
Mhm.
them, they're trying to, keep their living going.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Right.
the other thing to just, that I try to keep in mind is, like, we're all just trying to figure out what the next couple months are going to look like.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, and I
And-
think
Yeah.
like I've been looking at some of the free content that I would normally like to create, and I have done a few more things recently, but I've felt like that was something that I could contribute to the world right now when I can't contribute in other ways. Like I'm not able to do bulk sewing for things, and I'm thrilled that there are people who have been able to do that, but I can't do that. So I'm doing the part that I can. But I think in that same vein, I think a certain amount of honesty is also contributing. And I think that saying, I'm actually having a really hard day today. I mean, I don't think any of us wants to bring anyone else down, but I think that honesty is helpful, is as helpful as someone trying to encourage someone else, right?
Yeah,
Does that
I
make
agree
sense?
completely.
Yeah, agreed.
Not knowing that you're not alone is really important. And I promise
Yeah.
you're not. And it's okay if you're
Yeah.
not okay.
Yep.
Well, I have something that I totally forgot about till just now, but it's a positive from one of our listeners to end the episode on.
Oh, yes,
If you
please.
guys want me to
Okay.
read this Instagram we got. Just in an effort, because it's important to acknowledge we're sad, but it's also, I find I can acknowledge when I'm sad, but I need to end every interaction on something that seems at least a little optimistic to keep my mindset more
Yeah.
positive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Totally.
All right, so on Instagram, we got this direct message from @waffle_butter, which is a great name.
Nice. Nice.
And they write, "Hey ladies, did you know that the official word for fabric scraps in the Victorian era was cabbage? I'm just listening to the latest half-stitched episode, aka the episode that's Patreon only, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about.
Join us.
I'm just listening to the latest half-stitched, and all of the mentions of these scraps that you, and by you I mean we, all have, might be a little less shameful and more cute if we readopt the term fabric cabbage. Maybe. But either way, thanks for continuing with the episodes during these trying / bizarre / anxiety-inducing times. It is very much appreciated."
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
I
like
love that.
something
First of
I
all-
would inject into a conversation.
Yeah.
I clearly need to be
I love
friends
that
with
she-
this person.
I love that she sent that, but yeah, fabric cabbage is amazing. I love it.
I mean, and it makes sense, like the little leaves of.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm with it.
I really look forward to making jokes about coleslaw.
Oh,
my
I
goodness.
hate coleslaw.
But fabric coleslaw. Huh?
Oh my goodness.
Eh.
I want to think about what that's gonna be, but I'm gonna take that and I'm
Is
gonna
that what
wrap
we're
this
calling
up.
orts now, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know. That would work.
Anyway,
that would work.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you. And thank you for listening to the Very Serious Crafts podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Serious Crafts and on Facebook at Very Serious Crafts. You can also find show notes and all things Very Serious Crafts at veryseriouscrafts.com. And finally, if you are a fan of the Very Serious Crafts podcast,
Yay!
please leave us a 5-star review on whichever platform you use to listen to podcasts, because good ratings help us show up in recommendations, which helps more people who love crafting find us. Because honestly, the world wants to know about fabric cabbage, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And they could find it if they listen to this.
We're spreading
Clearly.
the good word.
The good word about fabric
Yes.
cabbage.
Yes. By way of waffle butter on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
username's cute.
It is. I like it.
Cool.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
We did it. We did it.